How's everybody doing? Mike here at the Limo Garage. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to take care of Lambo doors that don't want a Lambo anymore. So this is what I'm talking about. We're working on a Chrysler 300 stretch today. This is our baby Pink Pearl. It's got Lambo doors on it, but they don't like the Lambo anymore. Up, and oh shit, back down. Yeah. Doesn't work anymore. Pistons are blown out. So if you read online and you look at the forums, everything that says how to fix these things, they want you to remove the fender and all kinds of other shit. Not necessary. All right, so I'll show you what the doors are supposed to do. This one still works perfect. Ah, there you go. Okay. Don't mind the shaky camera. I'm a little bit out of practice. This door works. I actually replaced these pistons 2 years ago. So that one, it's going to stay right where it is. Driver's side is my problem. So the easiest way to replace these things that I've found for the particular kit that we have, take your front wheel off, take your inner fender out. Now once your inner fender's out, it's fairly easy. You'll be able to access everything. So you can see the type of hinge that we have here. And right down in here is where our piston is, which is right there. It's kind of a bitch to see, which is exactly why you take the inner fender out. Like I said, I had done research before and on forums and stuff. Everybody said, oh, you got to take the fender off and you got to take the door off and all this other shit. No. I'm going to take this inner fender out. You guys are going to see what I'm talking about. And it's real simple take out. It's got these little plastic clips and there's a whole bunch of them. All the way around, all the way up here and blah, blah, blah. So, but you don't have to take the whole thing out. Just enough so you can peel this back. So let me pull this thing out. All right, so now I've got all the clips removed. Now you guys can see exactly what I'm working on here. I'm just going to take this and pull it right out of the way. Don't be shy. It's only plastic. You're not going to hurt anything. Just get that son of a bitch right out of the way. There you go. Now, you get up inside here, you can see where your piston is. There you go. There she is. So you just got a cotter pin right there. And you can get up in there with an Allen wrench to take out the top bolt that holds the top section of the piston in. Pretty simple. So I'm going to start digging in here and I'll show you guys my progress. So you can see I've got the cotter pin removed, and that's trying to get in here with my light. Alright, so the cotter pin's removed, real simple there. And there is a way to adjust these to make them easier to take out. The whole body of this thing will actually spin, and it's threaded on the top and the bottom. I'm trying to hold my light and do this at the same time. I should have had somebody help me with this, but I was determined to get this video up to show you guys. So I'm going to try to show you that this whole body actually spins. So you see, to take this whole thing will spin. And what it's actually doing, see, okay, so the bottom of it's moving now, but it's threaded, and that will actually make a bigger gap here to separate it to make it fit tighter. Well, we want to be able to take this thing out. So we want to spin this thing clockwise. That'll run those threads down, and it's going to make this sit a little bit closer to the bottom. It's going to make it easier to slide this thing out, because now what we need to do is lift the door up, and this whole section here is going to be able to lift right up out of this bracket and drop off to the side, and then we will be able to get up inside here with an Allen wrench to take that screw out, as I just dropped and broke my light. Alright, so let's see if we can do this one-handed. And give me my damn light. Alright. Let's my light back in here. Alright. So now we're going to lift this door up. Take the key out of the ignition so we don't have to listen to this thing. And what we're trying to do is get the door up high enough so that this section of the piston will actually come out of that bracket. So up we go. This is usually easier done with a little bit of help from somebody else. There we go. You can see we're up. See, the piston fell out. Now we can go ahead and lower the door back down. The door's going to go all the way down. Okay. So if I come back in here, you guys will see better what I just did. There you go. Now you can see your pistons just kind of hanging there. And this is going to allow us a lot more access to get to that Allen bolt that's up there. So all you got to do is get in there with an Allen wrench, take that out, and just reverse process. So here's the old piston, here's the new piston. Now don't get nervous, they don't look the same, I understand that, but the bodies are the same size, and depending on who you buy these from, you may have to change over the hardware, or it may come with new hardware. No big deal. These pieces just unscrew and you swap them over. But as long as the body is the same size and the threads are the same to swap over your hardware, you're going to be okay. So I'm going to go ahead and swap this stuff over, and we'll start installing the new one, and we should be back to normal. So I'm just going to show you guys what it looks like inside of this fender once that thing's removed. So you can see this is the base that it sat on. That's where our cotter pin was. And then right up here, up on the top of the bracket, that's actually threaded. And that's where that bolt goes through. And you're going to need an Allen key. So here's the Allen wrench that I used. And this is, what the heck size is this one? It's on here somewhere. Okay, this one's an 8mm, so it's metric 8mm. There you go. Alright, so I've got the top section of the piston installed. Let's see if I can get in here with my flashlight. There we go. So you can see I've got that bolt started. Now the next thing we're going to have to do is get this piece right here to go into that bracket. So we just got to lift up the door and hope for the best. Yeah, and another thing, when you're putting that bracket on, the top bolt, make sure you do it with the door shut. It's going to put the hinge in a position that makes it a hell of a lot easier to work with. So let's open up the door and get my fat ass in here. Let's see if we can get this door up high enough. This is a lot easier if you do it with somebody to help you, but that's a heavy son of a bitch. Just about got it. There you go. Alright, see how I've got that lined up? And we can just lower the door in place. And as long as you bought pistons that work, this thing's not going to come down on your face. Look at that. Our Lambo doors are Lamboing again. All right, now I gotta put the cotter pin in and wipe all my grease marks off this. It's getting washed today anyway, so whatever. And the glove, yeah, that was a failed attempt. Whatever. All right. So, here's my flashlight again. Sorry if you guys are getting dizzy watching this. I got a lot of shit to do today, but I wanted to squeeze this video in, so poor production. All right. So there you go. New one's installed. All I got to do is get up there with the Allen wrench and tighten that up. Put my cotter pin back in, and put the inner fender and wheel back on, and we're back to normal. Well, there you go, guys. That's how you re-Lambo a door that doesn't want a Lambo anymore. So if you got any questions on how I did this, put a message at the bottom. I'm also going to put a link to the piston that I used. This was a 900-pound piston that I got on eBay. I actually bought a pair of them for about $45 plus shipping. So I've got an extra one for when the other door decides to stop working, which these pistons don't seem to last very long. So anyways, that's it. If you like what you saw, click, like, subscribe. Even if you don't like what you saw, do it anyways. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Mike at the Limo Garage. See you next time.